Hey there, guys. Tom here. Another chess-based video for you. We're gonna today start looking at partial position searches, and this is a lot of fun to look through, guys. You're gonna have a lot of fun with this. You can find all kinds of different positions that you can think up in your head, in your imagination. Any type of position, even if it's really wacky or out there, you can give it a shot. Search for it, see if it's in any one of these millions of games. It's just a lot of fun to play around with. So we're gonna get started like we usually do, opening up the search mask. So you can do that hitting Control F, or you can right click and go to search. I always like to reset my search mask whenever I'm going to perform a new search. I would urge you to do the same. Otherwise, once in a while you'll have some old remnants of a search in there that you don't realize is there, and it's going to screw up your search, and you might not even realize it. So we're going to head over to position, and here we have our position dialog. And basically what you have here is a bunch of pieces. You can click on these pieces and enter them in anywhere. Just click on squares. Okay, you can, that's left click, by the way. You can left click back on them to take them out. You can do some pawns here. Okay. Now, if you put in a white piece like this, and then you realize you want it to be black, you can right click it twice, and then it'll be black. Okay. Just little things like that will help you out. We're going to start looking at these options in a couple future videos. In this, I guess you'd call it a series on partial position search. But just in this video, I want to sort of give you the quick basics so you can get started looking at searching for some positions and having some fun. So this box that says first is basically the first move that the position can happen on, and then the last is just what it says. The last position that the last move that the position can happen on. Length is the amount of moves that the position lasts for. Okay. Now so we'll go ahead and we'll try something out here. So let's search for a situation where we have our we have a castled king on the white side, and the black knight has us forked. Something like that. So black knight just moves in there, and again, this is ChessBase is not searching the sequence of moves that led up to this. It's only searching for this position. Okay. So basically, any time in this game after, let's say, after the 10th move, that we got to this point where this black knight is checking our king and forking the king and the rook. And we'll see, we'll go ahead and search and see what that comes up with, which I would think will be a lot of positions. So you'll see down here in the search index, it's taken a few minutes, or I should say a few seconds, depending on how fast your machine is. And after this is done, we should pop up with some games. And you can see we have a bunch. Scroll down to the bottom to see how many, just for some fun. So 4,831. So let's take one of these games. When you click on it, you'll notice it takes you right to the point in the game where that position occurred. So as you can see here, we got our black knight forking our rook and our king here. And then you can just play through the game as usual. Now you can see here, this was white to move. So he moved there, thought he was going to get himself a nice juicy rook. And bam, he gets nailed. So there's other ones where I'm sure it's black to play. Yep, there you go. And he just takes his rook in this game. Okay, so it's really cool. So let's close this out. Let's try one more. Control F. You can reset the board. Just hit reset, or I would call that clear. And let's think of another position. So how about the classic that's in one of Steve Lopez's videos for USCF sales that I mentioned in the last video. I urge you to check out those videos. They're really helpful. But he uses the example of the classic fianchettoed bishop. Okay, and I believe he had placed a knight here. We'll just put a knight anywhere. Let's put a knight here. And then let's search and see how that comes up. We don't want, now remember, we don't want move number 1 because that's obviously impossible on the first move of the game. So let's move that up to around, let's go to 8. Let's try that. And click OK. And depending on the intricacy of your searches, it'll take longer or shorter. Obviously, because it has to do a lot more work depending on what it's searching for. All right. So as you can see here, it first brings up the quick list of game. Oh, we got 100%. So I'll just click in a random game here. As you can see, like I said, it takes us right to that position. And we have what we put in here, and you can play right through the game. So there it is, your first positional search examples, partial position search, I should say. And man, you can do so much with this, man, guys. You could just have so much fun and get lost actually searching for positions like this. And I think in the next video we're going to get a little more detailed and a little more advanced. You can, let me bring it up again. You can actually use these wildcards to search for different variable pieces. You can use these Boolean operators here to search for ORs, excludes, things like that. So we're going to get a little more advanced in the next video, but I just wanted to get your feet wet with this, and you can start playing around and trying it out. And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, guys.